Good morning. Good morning. I'm just wanting to come on here and chat with you a little bit about what's coming. What's coming? July 26th is when the North Nodes will shift signs. You might already be feeling what is Leo in the South Node and Uranus in Gemini and Aquarius with the North Node, right? So let's talk a little bit about fundamentals. The nodes of the moon are the highest and lowest points. Oh, we have a town crier here. The highest and lowest points, because the moon doesn't stay in the same orbit. So there's a high and a low. And the high is the North Node, and the low is the South Node. The South Node is the default functionality that we come into this life with. The patterns of behavior that you see in a child. These things that we don't try for. The North Node are characteristics that we long for, that we want to reach for, that we are busy becoming and preoccupied as with choices to step towards, right? So I can give myself as an example. I have a Cancer North Node and a Capricorn South Node. So that means that I have worked pretty hard, I'd say, to become focused on nurturing, receiving, accepting, loving, compassionate, feminine, less than the bulldozing, cardinal, boss energy of Capricorn. I'll never not be a Capricorn rising or a Capricorn Mars or a Capricorn South Node, but I have done so much about being content within, whole inside, supported with a structure that has everything it needs. And less doing. Doesn't mean I'm not ambitious, but less doing. More being. Anyway, let's talk about how this is going to impact everyone. So Uranus is a change maker, and it's in Gemini, and it's had some time to get settled since April, okay? And so it is going to be sitting in between the pillars, right? If you ever look at the glyph of Gemini, it's the two pillars. And we have to walk through these pillars because we have to learn from Gemini, as Gemini teaches us all, the contradiction of two thoughts is actually wisdom. The middle path, the beauty way. And Gemini is highly sophisticated and very adept to doing this. And some of us can, pull on that energy and do really well. Aquarius and Libra, fellow air signs, they get it up, they get on with it quite quickly. Pisces, another mutable sign. Sagittarius, another sign that is of two bodies, but, kind of integrated into one. They also can do very well. Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer. It's not so easy. Leo, no. So, I want to tell you that the South Node in Leo is going to make things feel very conflicted. Leo is a child of God. Leo is the greatest manifester, and we use sun energy. All of us pull from Leo. We are strongly connected to that. In the light of day, we shall succeed, right? This is beautiful energy that Leo provides all of us. But Leo takes things very personally. All the time. And so if the South Node is in Leo, and Uranus is providing thought forms for all of us to be easily confused by, swinging from extremes. And the North Node is in Aquarius, which is very, very detached, almost alien, trying to, yes, say what is for the greater good of humanity, but also in a cryptic way. Perhaps changing structures of what we call shelter, what we call communication, using technology in different ways, blurring the borders of existence and identification. So let's talk this through in like an example of how it could impact you or the people that you come to love and live around. Or maybe not love, but live around. So it's going to be really important for you to recognize that people are going to struggle with identity. They're already struggling with identity, but they have been given great liberty to do whatever they want with identity. Use it as this poster board advertisement for their eccentricity and independence. And that's all fine and good. Everyone has to, make a splash when they find their right color. But there's going to be a way in which the ideas in their contradiction, the gap between idea A and idea B, Uranus stirring change by being in Gemini, is going to infiltrate our minds. All of us. You're going to be 1 minute doing something, working on it diligently, taking care of your family. If it's not a professional experience I'm discussing, you're just going to be being. As a bee, a bumblebee just landed on my lavender. You're just going to be being. And the thought forms are going to come over, and you're going to be perplexed by something which is in contradiction to what it is that you've just been, being about. And your default functionality, the South Node, do you hear the bee? Okay. The default functionality, the lowest form of your cognition with the influence of Leo, is going to take it very personally. And I'm not saying this because I want to teach you about taking things personally. I'm telling you it's going to be subtle. You're going to think that these thoughts are yours. They're not. You're going to think that you're going to think terrible things about yourself. Don't. You're going to have to recognize that if you're going to be manifesting as a child of God, as Leo would teach you, then you have to ask, is this thought a godlike thought? Is this the light of the highest expression of me? And only then move forward. When the body pulls forward and says yes. When the body pulls back and says no, then just wipe it clean, wash it away. Get into a body of water, go for a run, sweat, change the molecules, circulate the blood. This body is a machine for cleansing, purification, and transmutation. So use it. Your soul lives here. Okay, so also the opposite, the extreme. North Node in Aquarius. Let's say you're being again. The bee is back. You're being again. and you're really focused. It really wants to be on camera. You're really focused on what you're doing. You're loving it. Like a true Leo, totally dedicated, focused in it. And then a thought form's going to pop up. A cluster of ideas that basically talk you out of your passion. You're not that good. No one cares. This is too much energy. This is too much work. This is too much money. No one's helping you. You're doing it all by yourself. This is Aquarius. And you have to elevate to do it anyway. Yeah. So I want you to be objective enough that it's not personal, but don't pull out so far that it doesn't matter. Bottom line. Should have started with that. And I think it's really relevant. I would not normally spend so much time talking about this, but I think it's really relevant because Uranus in Gemini is going to be 7 years. 7 whole years for us to get it right. Set ourselves up for success. When Uranus is in Cancer, we better have our home in order, okay? We'll get back to that later. Until now, July 26th, the nodes shift, all right? Aquarius, the axis of Aquarius and Leo. If you don't know where your North Node is, DM. Go to astro.com. If you don't know what you're looking at when you get your chart, DM. We'll get into it. Ciao.